Hey, it's Clyde Tabor at the Visual Story Network Forum at the Dallas Solona Marriott here in Texas. We've just wrapped an awesome time of 2.5 days together with 32 brothers and sisters from about 25 organizations together with this idea of fueling a global movement, a visual story for the kingdom of God. I'm tired, I'm relieved, and I'm really grateful for the sense that since we've come here to connect and collaborate and see what God might do, to have the sense that God really did show up. He was here in our midst, and I'm thrilled by that. We were able to partner with the International Orality Network, and so we had 30 couple from our group, but then we had another 20 or so who came from the ION Network to find out more about the power of visual story. For this event, we put together an awesome design team. We thought through how we might do that differently. We had an evening of a visual showcase where we were able to screen 8 or 9 examples of powerful visual story affecting people's lives around the world. On Wednesday, we spent the day in workshops. We talked about what does a global movement of visual story look like. We had presenters Graham Vermooten from South Africa joined us via iChat. Rich Sheely and myself were also able to talk about what that might look like. We talked about creating your story. It's such a challenge to create an effective story, but we had experts involved. We had Art Aris from Kingstone Media. We had Kevin Anderson from Steelhouse. We had David Nixon from DNP. We had Shane Suter from City on a Hill Productions talking about that. And then we moved right on over into, once you've created a story, how do you position that story to have an impact for the kingdom in people's lives? We had Jim Green from the Jesus Film. We had Scott Shuford from Frontgate Media. And we also had Joey O'Connor and Mark Perez from the Grove Center for the Arts, who were able to be with us via iChat, sharing us their wisdom. Today we got together and we divided into strategy groups. We had a group focused on North America, a group focused on training and education, and a group focused on global opportunities. And each of those groups were asked to see if prayerfully they would come up with 1 or 2 objectives that they could work on together in the next 3 months. And that's really where God showed up. The training and education group, co-facilitated by Jeremy Verohal and Don Eamon, talked about the need to put together an online introductory kind of a database on the power of story. What if we had 10 people talking about the key elements of effective story, little vignettes that we can build on and really create an archive that people can access from around the world. The North American group really did a great job. We had Dave Nixon and Shane Suter co-facilitating that group. And they realized we need to help kind of figure out the strategic pathways that a young visual storyteller needs to take in order to succeed in this craft. They also realized that there's a need to create a whole online facility or ability to communicate in practical skills. And so they're going to begin to think through how that will take place. And then the global group with Rich Sheely and Rich Blanco talked about the need to bring people together, provide more resources online, which we're going to be working on in the next month or so. And then we're going to build a matrix of people who are in this space for the sake of the kingdom of Christ. But who's doing what? Who are the producers, the filmmakers, the directors, and what are the needs by continent, by geography, by focus, by affinity group? And so we'll be working on those things in the next couple of months, and I believe we'll see some really extraordinary things come out as a result. Some great moments for me personally. We got to see Shane Suter's Easter experience, very powerful on the big screen. Hearing Graham Vermooten from South Africa talk about the biblical basis for telling stories and telling the story. Having that North American strategy group with all of their energy was very cool to see, a lot of energy. And the awesome team from Oral Roberts University who came to help support kind of the running of this whole event. So thanks, Don, and to your team. So thanks, Lord, for all you've done. It's been exciting. We'll look forward to the next event. We don't know what that is at this point, but we'll figure that out soon.